Three, two, one. Absolute cinema. You didn't see it, but I did the hand thing too.
And I'm clapping that you did the hand thing.
Thank you. Hey everyone, we're Nefarious Reels. I'm Martin Scorsese.
And I'm Sykes the Pufferfish from Shark Tale.
And we are Nefarious Reels, which I've already said. We talk about bad movies, and this is a special episode because it's our 3-year anniversary episode, kind of. Like, this will technically come out earlier than our anniversary, but it's like only by a couple days, so you know what? Fuck it, close enough.
It counts.
Yeah, it counts, okay? So you can't complain about it. We make the rules. It's our podcast. We make the rules here.
Exactly.
But yes, we did a trilogy, back-to-back trilogies again, second time this year. And we decided to do bad movies from good directors. We have 3 of them, and let's just start talking about them. We'll just go in order of release, which starts for me. One of my films got picked. I got 2 films because I'm so fucking special.
You're so cool.
I know, right? Anyway, but first one is 1972's Boxcar Bertha, directed by Martin Scorsese, that guy that made all those, like, mob movies.
Mostly mob movies, yes. Or those movies of Leonardo DiCaprio, if you want to get more specific, too.
He made all those movies and Hugo. And he made this.
Yep.
But
he made this.
In the
70s.
It was his first. You never forget your first.
Exactly. You never forget your first movie.
Yeah, but Boxcar Bertha is about this woman, titularly named Bertha. She basically, Bertha from the Fred movies. This is her ancestor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's basically her and kind of her lover, Bill. And they got their, Bill gets arrested, and then, she springs him out with a couple other guys. I think Vaughn and Rake, I believe is their name.
Vaughn and Rake, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then they start going around and start committing crimes because they're on the run. And no, that's basically the whole movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Cole, what'd you think of Boxcar Bertha?
It was interesting, but equally frustrating at the same time, in the sense that the movie, like, it has ideas, but it never knew how to, like, fully develop stuff and take it into fruition. It just, like, stuff happens, and then it just kind of goes on to the next thing, and then it goes on to the next thing, without kind of properly wrapping up this, like, certain segment or subplot. I'm just kind of feeling like it needed more, is what I would say.
Okay, well, I liked it a lot. Like, more than I probably should for a bad movie. I don't know. It's nothing, like, amazing or groundbreaking. I just think it's a very simple story, and I think it's told very effectively for the most part. Like, I can't really think of, like, a character here that I dislike. I do have my issues with it, but I do want to sing its praises first. First, I mean, like, we got a good set. We got Bertha, our main character. Oh, I guess she's not really the main character. She's just the title character. It's really her whole kind of, like, group, pretty much.
But she runs the group. A girl boss she is.
The girl boss she is. And she does get in some boxcars, too. So she lives up to her title as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping in
she does. I mean, that's why she's called Boxcar Bertha.
But yeah, she's her father dies in a plane crash. She's a crop duster. The plane fucking crashes because some rich asshole bitched him about, like, you didn't do all my crops.
You only did half.
What, because your plane's instant death indicator is turning on? Doesn't mean you can't fucking do all my crops because you need the money, bitch. The pilot's just like, I'm sorry, but my little indicator that says if you keep flying, you will die just went off. And they're like, I don't care. That's the rest of my crop, bitch.
You just shake it off, okay?
Whatever. Just fucking fly. If you fly long enough, the light will disappear on its own anyway. Just do that. It's kind of also where we get our introduction to both Vaughn and Bill. because they're both also there. Bill being like a worker in the fields, doing his own thing, and then Vaughn, who I think works for Bertha's father at the time.
Yeah, I think he worked for him. Because I wasn't sure if he was exactly like a family friend or he was just kind of like a laddie.
It's probably
No,
just
that
a
doesn't sound
worker
right.
that they get along with really well. That's my
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Yeah, they seem to be on very good terms.
Yeah, it's a good setup. Oh, and then they beat the shit out of the guy that like made her father like fly into like the death zone with the death light on.
Yeah, that happened.
He's like, I don't care that every single crop duster who dusts my crops die because I shoot them down with my gun. You're going up there and you're gonna finish my fucking crops.
You're gonna finish because I need to make money.
And that's a foreshadow of why Bertha would always go against the rest of these guys. But at that point, we get a better introduction to Bill later, because he's a oh bless you,
Thank you.
because he's a union guy and he's dealing with the union busters for the railroad, which is like a real thing. You know that, and that's how we get his introduction, which is like literally a fight breaking out and him running off with Bertha is just like, hey, let's spend some time together.
Yep.
Hop onto the boxcar, go down over here, and we'll meet up later. That's where we get introduced to, I think, my personal favorite character, Rake. Because he's just some, like, bum. This well-dressed kind of bum gambling with all the other kind of, hobos, I guess.
Broke bums.
Whoa, you
Because
can't
this
call
was the
them
Great
that, Cole.
Depression,
That's their
so-
word. You gotta call them hobos.
Homeless bozos.
Some vagrants, fucking street trash. Disgusting, get out of here. But these filthy fucking degenerates that are homeless, there's Rake is among them. He's like gambling, and Bertha kind of outs him as a filthy fucking Yankee, which is even worse than being a fucking homeless, jobless fucking loser, vagrant, hobo.
Being from the north.
Disgusting.
In Arkansas. Disgusting.
Fucking, he's lucky that they didn't kill him on sight. But she teaches him. She's like, I'll teach you how to tuck Southern. You have to say, like, what was it? It was
You
like, my
gotta talk
darling.
like this.
He's like, I talk my darling.
There.
My darling.
Darling.
Darling. I don't know. She just had him say one word repeatedly, and then this makes him sound Southern. He's able to do the Southern accent
Yeah.
flawlessly. Keep going further along, he pulls her into a card game with two official guys, which goes wrong because he's trying to cheat him, and fucking Bertha shoots one of them, and then they make their escape, where they meet back up with Bill, and then Rick's like, fuck, I thought I was gonna get fucking laid tonight, but I guess not, because fucking Bertha's with Bill. Ugh. Further along, I'm speed running the plot here so we can get introduction to all our characters pretty much. Because Bertha escapes because they get the boxcar they're in gets searched, and then everyone else ends up getting arrested, including Rake and Bill. They go to jail, to the Southern jail, where guess what? There's Vaughn playing the harmonica, and there's a bunch of racist cops because of course they are. It's the fucking
Because
20s.
Arkansas, 1930.
They're in Arkansas.
Still Jim Crow era. So yeah, of course they're gonna be
There's a big
disgusting.
fight. All the prisoners except for Vaughn, Bill, and Rake get killed. And then they end up on a fucking prison line where they all work in a line. And Bertha comes and brings them free, and that allows them to start their criminal rampage escapades, where you start robbing and looting. And
Holding people up for their jewelry.
That's the end of Act 1. Act 1, we established all our characters. You got Bertha, sweet Bertha, but we'll fight for what she wants. You got Bill, the union man, who just wants to get that union going against the asshole rich guys who are hiring union busters on him. You got the smooth talking Rake, and then you got fucking the badass Vaughn, who kicks a ton of ass. Together they form the A-Team.
I wasn't sure what kind of music humming to do for that.
I don't know what even the 18 theme even
I
fucking
can't
is.
even remember what it is actually
I don't
either.
even know what it is. I haven't seen a single piece of A-Team. All I know is that Mr. T's in it.
Yeah, Mr. T's in it. I've seen the movie adaptation where they have the Mr. T look-alike, but I don't remember anything from it.
Wait, that's not Mr. T in the movie?
Actually, hang on. Let me double check. Okay. I think it's another guy. It's supposed to be like a younger.
What does Mr. T even look
Yes,
like
that
right
is
now?
not. In the 2010 movie, that is not Mr. T. No, he was a former MMA fighter.
Damn,
Okay,
Mr.
back
T does look
to.
old. But he is in his 70s, so like,
I was about to say, he's like in his 70s, so. Should we get back
We
to
should get back
Boxcar
to the movie,
Bertha?
yeah, Boxcar Bertha. I like it. It's a nice way to kind of get all the characters introduced. We kind of get to meet most of them, and they all kind of get back together, and that's like kind of neat. Like, it's nice to see Vaughn
Mm-hmm.
like come back, and then Bill and Vaughn get to have a kind of a reunion, and we get a good kind of showing of Rake, where he's a little slimy, but he's also a little cowardly, and he does kind of stick with his friends. You know, like when the fight breaks out, he's like, guys, wait, we should stop," and he's ultimately right when he ducks down because they just gun down everyone that isn't like on the ground at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, those cops are just like. So anyway, I just started blasting.
Pow pow.
Pow, pow, pow.
And like Bertha comes in and uses her seductive charms to knock out the fucking guard at the prison line and allows them to fucking make their getaway. And then they get chased by that one guy in a fucking police
Yeah,
car
they get
chase.
chased by the sheriff. He, tries to catch up, starts running into stuff, and then he just basically
He crashes the car hard.
Yeah, he crashes his car into the lake.
I was waiting for it to fucking explode, but it didn't. I was a little sad.
I was hoping it was, but it didn't, and I'm a little disappointed in that.
I guess that just wasn't in the budget.
Yeah, they're just like, Roger Corman's just like, hey, Marty, I'm helping you fund this movie, but I can't put an explosion here, man. That's a little too much.
No, maybe it was Marty's just like, it's not realistic. Those cars would not explode if they crash into a lake like that. And then Roger Corman's like, Marty, you're fucking killing me here. How are we going to get people to watch this movie?
What, you're telling me you want character development with these people? That's what people are going to watch?
They had to agree that Marty had to show a little bit of booby in the movie to not have the explosion.
That was the compromise.
Yeah.
Just
okay, Marty, we won't blow up
and
the fucking car, but I need a little bit of titty in this movie, okay?
I need some titty and butt, okay?
Yes, but then we
Deal.
go into, yeah, and Marty's just like, okay.
Fine.
Then we go into the second act where basically they begin robbing and stealing. Like, they ditch their car and they're like, let's just rob a fucking train. Why not? To make her get away. And we'll get all the money too. Which they do pretty easily. It leads to one of the funnier jokes when they arrive at, like, the train station. He's like, this is the first time you've been on time.
The 510's been here on time. Well, it's the first time it was a union worker on the shift.
on the train. And it's just like, where's the rest of the car? He's like, how do you think we got here on time?
So early.
Yeah, how do you think we got here on time? And they run off all gay. They're like, ooh, hoo, hoo, hee, 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 hee. Like a bunch of your bros from high school after you just did something really fucking silly and got away with it. Man, I'm telling you, friendship goes right there with those four.
It's the power of friendship.
If your homies aren't willing to rob a train for you for money, then, like, what the fuck are they even your friends?
Exactly. Why they be even with you at this point if they weren't gonna try and rob a train with you, you know?
Rob a train, rob banks, fucking everything. Although Bill isn't the biggest fan, he's just like, this isn't my lifestyle. I'm a union man with a union plan. But it does kind of fall apart because he has a wanted bounty on his head because he escaped prison. And, so he's just like, oh, your money's it's going to be all marked. They're going to know it's stolen bills. What the fuck, man? But, they're just too cool. They're committing crimes. Rake is just, like, reading the newspaper. And he's like, what the fuck? They say I'm a coward and I won't use my fucking gun. Which is a foreshadow for later. Oh my god, what? No fucking way. They end up going to take out, is it John Carradine or is it David Carradine? Because both brothers were here. Okay, no, David Carradine is Bill, and John Carradine is the evil railroad guy.
Okay.
We got both Carradines in this movie.
I guess I didn't realize about the other Carradine. I was just focused on the Carradine that played Bill. I was like, oh.
Nope, there's two. There's two
Okay.
Carradines on here.
There's two.
I don't remember. Is John Carradine the one who Hank died trying to do autoerotic asphyxiation, or was that David?
Oh my god, I just finished this movie like 2.5 hours ago.
I'm trying to figure out
was
which
this-
one. I think it's David. I think David Carradine died by autoerotic asphyxiation. My efforts to figure this out are not helping me in the slightest. I'm gonna call it quits. Just one of them. One of them dies by trying to do autoerotic asphyxiation. Or maybe there's a secret like third Carradine brother I don't know about. But yes, the movie. At this point, they decide to go rob John Carradine to basic of all his like funds, and then later they're just like, and then he's just like, "Oh, I had a lot of respect for you, but now you're trying to rob me. That's kind of a dick move, bro."
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
And he's like, "You know what? I don't want your fucking your watch. You fucking suck. You're really taking the fun out of this, man." And then they go to rob the train that the guy's on, but he was expecting that, and basically gets them surrounded. And Rake, remembering the newspaper saying that he was a coward that wouldn't shoot his gun, basically tries to go out blazing, and basically just gets fucking shot, which is a shame. He was kind of my favorite character in the whole thing. But luckily, since Bertha is outside the car, she manages to get away, which, good for her. And basically, Vaughn and Bill end up getting captured. Rake is dead, unfortunately. He's not going to be in at any point anymore of the movie.
Or Rake.
Unfortunately. And, then that leads into our third act of the film. I'm just regurgitating the whole plot,
Okay, I will. Okay, before we get to that, I did look this up. John Carradine is David Carradine's dad.
Oh, man, I've been calling them brothers. Brothers and dad.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why John Carradine got David Carradine on there. Like, I'm gonna guess that him and Roger Corman probably close, and they were just like, "Hey, my son wants to get into acting. Maybe we can get him in this one of your films." He's like, "Sure. How about Boxcar Bertha? But you can. But hey, do you think you can? Yeah, I'll do it. But if you can be like the role of like a minor antagonist in the film, we can go for it."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like
I could maybe
Boxcar
see
Bertha
that.
probably has got a lot of interesting behind-the-scenes stuff that you can probably read into, honestly. Once again, I do like it. Like, the first two acts I think are great because we got to see the gang. We got to see them form and get together. And the second act is just saying, hey, let's see them all in action at this point. But unfortunately, it leads into the third act, which for me, I feel like is the weakest. Like, the last 30 minutes of the film after the gang gets captured. Because after that,
yeah. Keep going.
no, you can go because I'm gonna go my spiel.
Oh, I was just about to say I kind of agree with that because there were like a couple points where I'm kind of like checking the time like left in the movie, and I'm like, oh, we have 10 minutes, and this feels like it's taking a bit. Like some of this does get a little stretched out at certain points, and I'm just kind of wondering, okay, how are we gonna finish this, and then how is this actually gonna properly wrap up? But it just, yeah,
It does drag because like
it gets a
Bertha's
little
separate.
clunky.
Yeah, like because Bertha's separate, and then we're like following her, but she kind of just walks around and then ends up working at like a brothel, I believe. And then
Yeah,
it's
a
just like
brothel who one of the clients was Martin Scorsese.
oh, which one was he? I wasn't paying attention.
The first guy. He was the first guy that showed up because I literally saw his face. I was like, holy shit, I think that's Martin Scorsese.
Oh, but were you saying he was like the accountant or the lawyer guy?
No, he was like a client, like in the bed with her.
Oh, the one that's just like, hey, can I pay extra because I don't want to sleep alone tonight?
That sounds right.
Probably. I don't know. I bought the Blu-ray. It's coming tomorrow. I can just figure it out by then. Yeah, then we spend time there. It takes a bit before the film starts to pick up, kind of almost near the end, where Luckily, Bertha actually gets to run into Vaughn at like a club, like a black guys club, where he's playing the harmonica, and they get to reunite. And that's like kind of sweet, you know. It was nice to see that Vaughn was still alive after getting captured and sent to prison, especially considering how racist everyone is. Oh my god.
Well, she does stand out, let's be fair. I mean, she also has like she was able to hear that harmonica from outside, and then that dragged her in, obviously, and everyone's just like, why the fuck is she here? But she just wanted to listen to some good music and meet up with her good friend Vaughn again.
It was
They were
very
gonna
nice, but
rekindle.
yeah, Vaughn tells her, okay, Bill's hiding out in this building over here doing his own work. She goes over there and they get to reunite, but all those Union busters just like show up. They basically beat the shit out of Bill and they nail him to the
They
boxcar
crucify him.
Yeah, like
on
a fucking
the side
Jesus.
Of a boxcar.
It's like that line in Worker World, hang him up like Jesus. And basically the ending's a little lame. I mean, Vaughn kills like everyone, which is like kind of badass, but it's also
That was pretty badass. I was actually kind of excited when Vaughn did that, but yeah, it
could have been kind of cool. You could have got a Bill and Bertha blasting everyone. Then you have Rake pop out of the fucking ground. He was alive the whole time with his fucking 12 gauge pump action shotgun blasting guys. Have a couple explosions in there. John Carradine shows up with like guns, just like, you'll never fucking win, Boxcar Bertha. And then she's like, try it, bitch. And then fucking blasts his head off. But like Martin Scorsese fucking shot it down because he's, oh my god. He's like, Corman, it's just not realistic enough, Corman. And then fucking Roger Corman's like, God fucking damn it, Marty. How the hell am I going to sell this movie? You didn't let me have that one explosion. Now we have our epic climax. And you're not giving me anything. It's pretty fucking bullshit. But yeah, the last 30 minutes was definitely me going like, okay, let's kind of wrap this up here. Bertha being on her own here isn't nearly interesting right now. Give me something more. Like, I'm sorry, Marty, you're just not really that interesting of a character to keep me invested. But interesting enough, apparently, Martin Scorsese's first directed film, he showed this to John Cassavetes, and John was just like, Marty, you shouldn't be making these kind of exploitation films for Corman. You gotta do your own thing. And you know what, Cassavetes? How about you mind your own damn business, okay? I totally would love to see more Scorsese-directed, Corman-produced films. I would love to see how that would go.
Imagine if Martin Scorsese did the Roger Corman Fantastic Four.
Imagine Martin Scorsese directed Carnosaur.
Oh, hell yeah.
Martin Scorsese plays the chicken driver role. He takes it from Clint Howard.
He's the chicken jockey.
He is the chicken jockey. Or no, he's the Carnosaur. It's like Martin Scorsese, but in those like T-Rex in a T-Rex costume running around.
Yes. Oh, like, yeah, one of those Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The scene where the scientist lady like C-sections herself to let a dinosaur come out of her, but it's just Martin Scorsese in a dinosaur costume.
He's just like, sup.
Yeah, sup, bitch.
What up? Did I miss anything?
Yeah. But like,
are we just getting the party started?
But in a more serious note, because like, as easy it is to junk on Corman, because people more known for being like really cheap, making really cheap films to make a profit, like with Connoisseur and other stuff. But it's not like he's devoid of like artistic merit, He's produced a lot of those like old Edgar Allan Poe films that are really well known with like Vincent Price. And he did.
Okay.
Yeah, and he did produce Targets, which is like actually like a really, really good movie that I recommend check out. It's on Criterion.
I was about to say earlier today I was watching Ari Aster's Criterion Closet video and he mentioned that movie. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Targets is actually
put that on the list.
It's kind of a banger, so yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out. You can pick it up on Criterion. You can own the Blu-ray. You can be a cool guy, own Targets on Blu-ray, like me. So yeah, it's not like Roger Corman isn't like devoid of like more artsy films. So I would kind of recommend kind of checking that out. Oh, I didn't know he was a producer of the Death Race remake. I didn't know that. Neat.
Damn. Interesting.
Yeah, he's got a lot of different, fucking. He's produced a lot of stuff. He produced Dementia 13, which was, fucking, what's that fucking guy's name? The guy who made Godfather.
Oh,
Francis Ford Coppola. This was his
yes,
first film.
Grandpappy Francis.
House of Usher, The Mask of the Red Death. Yeah, he's produced some good stuff. Some known things, some not so well known things. His titular best film he ever produced, The Wasp Woman, about a woman who's a wasp.
Like she just turns into a wasp?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it, but that's what I'm guessing happens. Here, let me read the description real quick. The head of a major cosmetics company experiments on herself with a youth formula made from royal jelly extracted from wasps, but the formula's side effects have deadly consequences. Oh, he produced another Criterion film, Ride in the Whirlwind, directed by the same guy who made Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3. Better watch out.
Oh, yes, our favorite Silent Night, Deadly Night movie.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But what I'm trying to say is Roger Corman, he's not, he's made some good stuff, produced some good stuff. So I think he wouldn't just make Martin Scorsese make a bunch of garbage. I mean, he would, but Scorsese would be like, okay, listen, Scorsese, just make some of these films for me, and then I'll let you work on some of this other films with me as long as it fits into, as long as it fits into, like, the budget constraints that I'm going to give you. And
wait, he was also a producer on Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf. Yeah, he's Kino, Roger Corman.
He's based, what can we say?
He's very based.
But yeah, you know what? I think Martin Scorsese making films produced by Roger Corman would have actually been really, really interesting. And a part of me kind of wish he did more. A part of me does kind of wish he did more, but he went on to do kind of his own thing. And, he's more prolifically well known now. So arguably he made the right decision. But it's still kind of an interesting what if. I mean, for starters, if he just kept working with Corman, I doubt fucking the assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan would have happened, considering he probably would not have made the version of Taxi Driver that would have led to that.
Roger Corman produced Taxi Driver.
Directed by Martin Scorsese. That would be interesting. Honestly, I could see it kind of working. I don't know. It'd probably be a different actor and actress, but I don't really see too much of it changing because I feel like something like Taxi Driver wouldn't be that expensive to make. It would probably be more like on the streets shot, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But I see Taxi Driver could still be made, but I think it would be a kind of different.
Yeah, kind of maybe like a guerrilla style filmmaking.
Yeah. But Boxcar Bertha, I don't know. I really, really liked it. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it's not crazy or wild like some other films we've seen, but honestly, I think it's just a simple story told very effectively for me, minus that third half, where it kind of starts to drag.
I don't know if I have any much more to say.
No, you had your fill?
Yeah, I think I got my fill. Yeah, starts off interesting, kind of loses its steam by that second half. Yeah. Basically.
All right.
Interesting characters. That's about it.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I had fun with it. It was only 90 minutes, and I think for the most part, it flew by. Except kind of like I said, once again, with that third actor, I felt like it was starting to drag a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if we're done with Boxcar Bertha, it's time to move on to our second one, which was yours. This one got chosen for you, so you can introduce the next one.
Oh yes. So number 2 is my pick, which was 1992's The Moon is the Sun's Dream.
No, you said it wrong. It's The Moon is the Sun's Dream. You gotta have that pause. It's very important.
But yeah, The Moon is the Sun's Dream is from 1992, directed by Park Chan-Wook, who is primarily known for his hit movies like Old Boy, The Handmaiden. He's got a new movie coming out this year, whose name I'm already forgetting. No Other Choice. That's what it is. Yeah, that's coming out later this year. And this movie is about a couple who were a part of a gang. Well, particularly uh one. So this guy Muhoon, yes, Muhoon,
Moohoon.
and Yoonju. Sorry if I'm butchering those names,
Uh,
but
no, I loved Moohoon. I love that's his name.
but yeah, Yoonju. She was a mistress for with the mob boss of Muhoon, but they both fall in love and they basically run away with all the mob's money, and then they're trying to stay out of that light, try to pay him back, and basically staying out of trouble with the mafia, because you know how that always goes. There's always good blood with mafia members and runaway member and yeah, with the mafia and runaway members. So, what did you think about this one?
Um, it's very it's a very normal movie. I would compare it to something like Billionaires Boys Club, in the sense that it just feels like, yep, this is just a regular old movie that I would like see on a check if you like this, check out
Mm-hmm.
this movie, and I go, yeah, sure, I'll watch it, something like that. There's nothing really to like wow you. It's just a very normal movie. Like, I feel like if this film wasn't directed by Park Chan-Wook, if I said his name right, did I say it right?
Yes, Park Chan-Wook.
Yeah, if it's like, it feels like if this film wasn't directed by him, this would be a film that would probably just slip through the cracks that everyone would kind of forget about.
It would have been basically, yeah, forgotten, like unheard of. Maybe someone just found it one day and was like, "Huh, I wonder what this movie
This
is."
is like a film that would have like 500 watches on Letterboxd and be called, "Oh, it's a neat little film." Famously, Park Chan-Wook also denounces this film and doesn't really consider
I,
it part of his filmography.
yeah, I kind of wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was that bad. I mean, it's got some style to it. It's got some neat camera movements.
It has some good technical aspects of it.
Yeah, I think just the
That
issue
is
is,
something to appreciate, but
yeah, I think this the
yeah, it
weakest
was
part is
about
kind of the characters. I didn't really
the
find myself
characters,
caring
the
about them.
story. It feels like there's so much going on that it doesn't give you enough time to breathe and like absorb everything in this just yeah, just like in this setting you're in.
Yeah,
There's just
I had
so
this
much they
problem where
throw at you, and then you're just like, okay, what am I trying to focus on here?
yeah, legitimately by the end of the movie, I was just like, okay, wait, what was happening? How did we get to this point? I actually had to read the synopsis on Wikipedia, so I had like a clearer vision of what exactly was going on.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying, where it's just like it
Moohoon.
feels it's way too confusing in everything happening, that you're just, yeah, just wondering, okay.
Maybe the word is it's a little over ambitious with its story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, on paper, it seems simple, where it's just like a guy hooks up with his boss's mistress and they escape, but she gets captured, and so he gets the help of his half brother to kind of get her back and everything. It's like simple on paper, but it feels like it's kind of rushing through
It
everything a little fast.
dives into a lot more stuff that you're just kind of then going, did we need to have all of this other stuff necessarily to basically support this main plot?
Do we need to get introduced to the guy that's watching over the girl that he stabs with a beer bottle? And then he later
Yeah.
comes back later in the film for setup, just so at the end of the film the girl can feel bad.
Or did we need to also feature this other model that,
Ironically, the other model
is
was my favorite because she's the one that brings out the most personality in our other
she
main
had the most
character.
energy in this movie that
She was
didn't
like
really have a lot of
really
energetic,
bitchy, and I
interesting
loved that.
people.
She is
I mean,
really
it was kind of funny when she kept complaining about the coffee, and then Oh
She's
God, I'm
like,
gonna
"Oh, are your parents
Kyunju
dead?
just like
Your parents
pours it
died?
like
Oh, you don't have
yeah, that
chipped teeth, but
was
you're gonna serve me a chipped cup?" She had a
I was
lot of
like, wow.
energy, and she worked well with the photographer guy because he's really, really dry. So they are able to bounce off each other pretty well when they have exchanges. But unfortunately, she's not in this movie a lot. So when she's kind of gone, it's just like
You're just like, eh.
It just made me want to it made me wish that I was watching one of the fucking. I'm gonna say, is it Ang Lee? Is it Ang Lee that made the fucking the killer and stuff? Or am I thinking of
That was
someone else?
John Woo.
God, fuck. Yeah,
Ang Lee
John
is the
Woo.
one who did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Okay, yeah,
and
but
then
yeah,
Hulk, and then Brokeback Mountain.
like John Woo with like A Better Tomorrow and stuff like that, because they're like super really expressive. Like I kind of like made me think of that, especially since the version we watch is also kind of a low grade DVD quality for A Better
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow. The low grade quality of this film made me think of that same thing. It's like fuck, man, I wish I was watching one of John Woo films with a fat in it.
Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah, Chow Yun Fat. I can't remember his full name. I just remember fat because it's like because it's fat.
Fat.
Yeah, there's no one really super expressive in this, and I kind of wish there was. Even the main guy, they're pretty more like kind of reserved in a sense, and it's kind of a letdown. Because I'm just like, man, you guys are in love. Can I get a little bit more like passion in it? Like you're currently in hiding and on the run and everything. Can I get a little more out of you, please?
No.
Hey, no.
No, you'll get us bland and boring and you will like it. Because that's how a lot of this goes. Because
Very, very upsetting.
it's really, yeah, once they get out of Busan and they're in Seoul, he's just kind of sticking around. He's not trying to gain too much attention, and she's obviously doing some other little side gigs and eventually, becomes a model. But he's concerned that if she's doing modeling pictures and those pictures get released, that they're gonna find out, and then he's gonna be like, oh shit, then the mom's gonna be after me again, and we don't want that to happen, right?
Yeah, what happens is she's hiding in with a photographer because as we get through fucking Terrence Malick monologue, is that the photographer is half brother to the gangster guy who's in love because his father during the war or something or he went like overseas and like hooked up with this woman for like a couple of months, and then the second he didn't have to be with him where he fucking left, and then they got back together and bond over how much they fucking hate their dad. So there's daddy issues too.
Gotta love it. They know how to bond over something.
Yep. Real love, which is fucking hating their father. This heat is more impressive than my father. But yeah, the whole thing is basically just also the photographer is like falling in love with the girl. The whole time he's just like, nope, this is strictly professional. I'm definitely not falling in love with you, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally not. Wink, wink.
Yeah, but he helps her become a model, which is bad because even though the guy comes back and he's just like trying to put a stop to it because they don't want their fucking cover blown. Big ad campaign kind of releases all their pictures, and then he's like, "Fuck, dude. Okay, I guess I have to do this boss's job that he wants me to do, so to get out of my fucking hair." Because if he don't, he's gonna fucking kill my half brother who kind of put me into this fucking mess because of this whole ad campaign thing. And then that's where it's like, hey, yo, bro, you need to kill this informant guy. He's about to bust open all my meth. Ooh, it's that guy from the apartment that you stabbed with a beer bottle, remember? You gotta kill this guy.
Dun dun
Oh my
dun.
god, I can't believe it. But yeah, the guy gets his, like, shit kicked in. He, like, gets the murdered the fuck out of. And he almost outright dies, but he's able to give a phone call to talk to the girl or the guy or whatever. Like, I don't know, man. The guy dies. The photographer distances himself from the girl, and he's like, I don't want this relationship. And then he gets, like, really sad at, like, a movie theater. Like, I don't know what to say. It's also a case of, like, a really simple story, but it's just, like, it's rushing, but it also feels kind of long. Like, the best part is probably the camera work, because that's clearly where I think a lot of the the shots and everything kind of is put in. Like the first one that comes to
Hmm.
mind to me is that one at
Yeah,
the
the overall. Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like the one at I think
Sorry
it's
if I
at the
interrupted you.
karaoke bar where like he sees her like in the TV, but then she sees him on the TV
Hmm.
as well, and that's like the spark of their connection and everything. And I think that's like really good, but like the story, man, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, like I don't want to keep, repeating that, but yeah, it's just one of those where I feel like you can see the vision and ambition, but it just got lost in what it was actually going for. And then you're just kind of left with this confuddled mess, and then it just leads to a lot of nothing.
Park Chan-Wook was just trying too much, and then Roger Corman said, he's like, "Look, Parky,
Roger
my
Corman
boy, you can't do this. You're putting too much work. There's not enough titty in the movie. Where's all the
Roger
titties,
Corman's
man?"
like, yeah, where's the titties? This is my first Korean movie too, so you're putting a lot of pressure on me as well, Park.
Parky, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get some Korean titty in this film. I'm trying to make a good, lucrative, fucking international market here, Parky, and you're fucking it up with all these fucking camera shots and not enough boobs.
You're messing with my debut.
And Park Chan-wook's just like, okay, look, whatever. Look, I'll have a scene where they're taking pictures where they're modeling. Okay, that's as good as you're gonna fucking get, Roger Corman. And Roger Corman's just like, fine, Parky, I guess we'll just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Roger Corman really was on his ass about this, and maybe that's why the film didn't turn out the way it could have. They should have. Park Chan-wook should have gotten his film produced by Chan-Wook. Then maybe he would have gotten more of what he wanted.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But we'll never know.
Yeah, I guess not, because Roger Corman's fucking dead. Rest in peace, legend. You got much else to say about The Sun is the Moon's Dream? The pause is important. The pause is very important to the movie. You don't pause when you're saying the title. You're not really experiencing the film, right? No?
No.
No. Alright, that felt like a pretty quick discussion. I don't know, I guess there wasn't really much to say about the moon is... Oh, I was saying the title wrong the whole fucking time. I was saying the sun is the moon's dream. No, it's the moon is the sun's dream. Actually, why is it called that anyway?
Because if you remember, there's like that little, I guess it's a flashback where they're on the beach, and then I can't remember what the exact symbolism was, but they were talking about something, and then she just mentions, "Oh, the sun is the moon's dream."
The moon is the sun's
moon
dream.
is the sun's dream. Okay, now you got me saying it like that.
Fuck, fake
yeah,
fans.
and she's like, "The moon is the sun's dream," and I guess, and because obviously he dies, and then they seem to part ways after, and she becomes a celebrity, and then the half brother just kind of quits photography
just
after.
Becomes kind of sad and pathetic.
Yeah.
Don't forget 411.
Yes, and then the importance of 4:11 p.m.
411 was an inside job.
Exactly.
Also, I liked when the Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times showed up, and I was like, wow, I wish I was watching this instead.
Give me some good old Chaplin.
Yeah, the Chaplin, but don't look him up. Don't look up his love life.
Man, not gonna right now.
That's the main things of note that I can think of.
Yeah, kind of about the same too. Technically has some technical aspects have a lot of promise, but it just at the same time is a little lost in the sauce with its entire story.
Yeah.
Like, it turns simple, but then it gets overly ambitious to the point where you're just kind of like, yeah, I think this needed a little less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Less is more.
Yeah. 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 Like a lady. Like a lady.
Bow. Bow.
Emotion. I don't know if that's in the same song. That's just always what I think of. But now, if we're done with the sun is the moon's dream. Fuck no, the moon is the sun's dream. Goddamn. All the fucking Park Chan-Wook fans are gonna come out and fucking beat the shit out of us for fucking this one up. They're like, I hope someone got fired for that blunder. But, yes, now that we're done with that film, we can move on to our final one. Directed by a famous director, Luca Guadagnino, who made some classic films like Challengers, which I think was my favorite film of 2023? 2024.
2024.
Yeah, 2024. And he also directed A Bigger Splash, which I also saw. And those are the two of the three films that I've seen of him. But apparently Suspiria, Call Me By Your Name and Bones and All, and Queer, and I Am Love are also all really good as well.
I have seen all of those that you just named after, except for I Am Love. But everything else is great as well.
And then also Melissa P.
Yeah, Melissa P.
Melissa P.
Woo!
Melissa P. Pinocchio. I fucking wish. Probably would have liked it more.
If Pinocchio showed up, hell
if
yeah.
Pinocchio showed up, he's like, I've got no strings to hold me down. Man, again, maybe it would be better if he was not in the film.
Pauly Shore Pinocchio.
But Father,
when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
Anyway, Melissa P. Luca Guadagnino's fucking worst film, as considered by Letterboxd, is about Melissa, who is a teenager, and she has many sexual encounters as she considers herself an adult. Yeah. Cole, what'd you think of Melissa P?
Yeah, I feel like we're both gonna agree on this, so it's gonna be a slight spoiler, but this was the worst one of the three.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fuck this movie.
Like, it's like the subject matter is already kind of iffy at points, and then shit happens, and to be fair, like, I was already thrown off at the movie right away because I was like, why does this look like a Spanish soap opera? But then I realized, oh wait, this is Italian.
Well, first I got like David DeCoteau vibes with how it was shot and everything, and how it was like the beach and everything, and I was starting to get into it. And then she and Daniel went to like that little like grove area for their first encounter, and it was fucking steep plummet.
Weird, very weird. And then you're like, oh.
If there is a word I would use to describe this film that wasn't a dirty word, it would be excessive. Because, man, they sure do love their sexual assault in this film.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Melissa, you know, she lives with her mom, who is kind of unaware of her. Her dad's, like, working abroad.
She just doesn't care. Okay, I shouldn't say doesn't care, but yeah, there's some stuff she's oblivious to. And her grandma's there.
The grandma, the best character of the film, so of course, spoiler, she fucking dies.
I would agree.
And, like, Melissa's just like, I love Daniel. I want to meet Daniel. And then they go to a party with her friend, and they hang out, and then she and Daniel go off, and then Daniel's just like, you want to kiss? Okay, suck my dick. And she does that. He kind of forces her down, and kind of, like, gaslights her into doing it, kind of. Like, oh, kiss my dick, and he, like, guides her into it. You don't see it, but, you know, it's happening. I think you hear it. You hear it going, like... So, you know, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you like this stuff, because it only escalates from... Every encounter kind of escalates from there. In my review, I say this is a film where a teenage girl gets sexually assaulted 5 times. And that is what happens. And that's the kind of... That's the one where she doesn't really consent to. There's like 2 or 3 that she does consent to that still are awkward and weird. And I get it.
It's really weird.
It wants to be provocative about, like, female sexuality and like they're like coming of age. But I feel like, did we
Yeah.
need this many? I feel like you could have done like 2 or 3 and gotten the point across a lot better. Like the film I would compare this to is it's a teenage version of Cuties, pretty much.
Where it feels like it's trying to be empowering, but at the same time, it also feels like it's kind of missing the mark.
I'm not gonna say that Cuties is trying to be empowering, but it's been like a hot minute since I've seen that film. Ugh. But it's like it's trying to be very provocative with like the female like sex and coming of age
Yeah.
and stuff. But it definitely feels like it definitely kind of just misses the mark. It doesn't
It
help
just
them.
feels very problematic.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Melissa also kind of comes off very unlikable. Like I think the film wants you to kind of feel sorry for her as she like goes downhill, but she's kind of an asshole in this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does have a really weird spiral down where she just becomes kind of typical um evil teenage
She
girl.
just becomes like a massive asshole. And not even, I can't even go, oh, Daniel's like super manipulating her the entire time. The only time when she manipulates her is when she comes over. So, like, most of it is mainly her just deciding, like, I'm gonna be a total fucking bitch. Like, I know her home life kind of sucks because the only person she feels like she has is her grandma, who fucking, like,
Mm-hmm.
smokes and, like, causes shit. And, like, she's super fucking based, honestly. But like I don't know, she's like, oh, she ends up forced to suck Daniel's dick when that's like fucked up, and then like she gets like invited out like again to visit Daniel, and then Daniel coerces her into sex, which is like kind of fuck.
Yeah.
Like that's what happens. Just like she'll show up kind of expecting something, and then Daniel will, like escalate it like up to like another tier, and like forces herself onto her. And then like their next
Mm-hmm.
encounter, she kind of forces her into like a threesome with like another guy, and then she like kind of like gaslights her into doing that. It's like what the fuck? What's with this constant escalation? And then when you think it doesn't get fucking worse, she goes like again. Instead of it there being Daniel, it's the other guy who blindfolds her into a fucking dungeon with like 5 other guys for a gangbang. Like you never see it actually happen, but like the implications, it's like there. And that also made me think of David DeCoteau, where they all strip into their underwear. But in a David DeCoteau film, they would leave her there for some like satanic ritual, and then it'd be 10 minutes of shots of them standing around her in their tidy whities, which is like a real fucking movie would have done. The David DeCoteau way. No, what? Watching this film made me go, man, I wish this was directed by David DeCoteau. This would be way more funny funny because so many shots would be just dudes in their tidy whities the whole time as Melissa P just goes around doing stuff.
Now yeah, this makes me wish it was like a David DeCoteau flick.
1313 Italian Vacation.
Yes.
And it's about
But it will
Melissa
just be
P.
the same house that David uses for everything else.
It's a Melissa P shows up. Oh, I'm here for my summer vacation. But oh, to meet up with Daniel, but there's all these other hunky boys that want my attention, and I had to get away. And it turns out it's actually Daniel's part of a secret satanic cult, and wants to sacrifice Melissa to an evil cult. As you see these guys walking around their tidy whities. He's like, we must be stripped down to only cover our bare essentials to appease our almighty satanic god.
Uh-huh.
God, I like this. This sounds like a more fun movie. I'm totally into
I
1313
feel like
Italian
we come up
Vacation.
with better ideas for movies than the ones that we actually watch. This happens a lot.
Yeah. But it's like it's really uncomfortable, but in a way where it's like I'm not uncomfortable because that's what I feel. I'm uncomfortable because it's like really excessive. It's like why are you escalating it to like to such a point? Like the climax of the film is basically she goes to online chat rooms for sex, and she goes to one guy where she basically has to dress up and whips him, and then she whips her for sexual gratification. And then that's kind of like the tipping point where I feel like the gangbang
Mm-hmm.
probably should have been it at that point. Once again, it's like in Cuties where she like, where even though everyone calls her a whore and a slut, it's the moment where she actually does the sexy dancing and everyone's looking at her like, ugh, where she has her like breakdown moment. That's basically what Melissa P goes for. The P in Melissa P stands for penis, I'm guessing. But
From
yeah,
penis
that's
to
like,
vagina.
yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, great. That's another film that's on the list we got to talk about one day.
No.
Too late. You said it's happening now. You foreshadowed it. But yeah, there's that escalation. It's basically the only person that really has her back is her grandma and like kind of her friend, but she loses her friend pretty quickly because she writes all her sexual escapades in her diary and is just like, also I hate my friend because she's fat and I hate my mom and I'm having sex with Daniel and his friend. And like all the girls end up reading her diary out loud, and she's like, "What the fuck? You didn't stop them." He's like, "You called me fucking a fat fuck. Why would I want to do that?" And it's just like, "Well, because of that one thing, I'm not gonna be friends with her ever again after that. Cause fuck her."
Because she's not a real friend.
Real friends would totally cover for me for having fucking sexual intercourse, by Daniel via being gaslit into it.
Exactly.
I don't know, it's kind of fucked. I guess another film that makes me think of this is Megan is Missing. Because in Megan is Missing, Megan's like super like slutty and everything. She's like, oh yeah, I fucking suck a ton of dick. But, you know, in Megan is Missing, they don't like go out of their way to show the fucking all the sex she talks about. With like the exception of like the one scene where I don't remember her name, but the main girl with the camera walks in on Megan giving a blowy to a guy, but it's a consensual blowy, but you know still like fucked up. I don't know. I fucking hate this movie so fucking much. I hate the main character. She kind of sucks. She's just teenage angst, but like without even much manipulation, she just becomes a total bitch throughout this fucking movie.
It just kind of comes on.
Come on, Cole, really?
I didn't even. It just.
It just came out,
Fuck.
right?
Comes out of nowhere? Is that better?
It comes out of nowhere, huh? I see how it is.
Fuck.
They really
I don't even
blew
know
this
where to
one
go.
hard,
I'm
huh?
I'm just gonna stop saying stuff.
You're just gonna stop talking for the rest of the episode. Oh, and the fucking end of the film is just basically like My Secret Life. That Lifetime movie we fucking covered.
Oh, the porn addiction one.
Yeah, it's like My Secret Life.
Cyber
or
seduction.
Something. Yeah, Cyber Seduction, My Secret Life. The ending of the film is basically that, where she like falls into the water to kill herself. It's basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then she chooses life because she doesn't need dick anymore. She doesn't need porn. She's no longer Kinky the Clown. I mean, mainly the change comes because her grandma's the only one that sees that something's wrong, but she gets sent to a home, I think by her own choice. That's what it feels like, because the mom's just like, oh, why don't you stay? And the grandma's like, no, I'm going to my own place because you're, like, too controlling. And then, like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I think that's what happens, and Melissa just fucking blames her mom for fucking everything. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Basically.
For a half a second there, I thought you really were just gonna, like, not talk about it.
No. I was actually like glancing at my notes for a sec just to see if I can remember anything else.
Yeah, the grandma ends up dying. Big sad. She dies
Very
of ligma.
sad.
She dies of a broken heart.
I was about to say, I think it was more of a heart condition due to her smoking, but
yeah,
no, she just went the Padme way. She just kind of died of a broken heart, lost the will to live.
yeah, because she knows that Melissa P's whoring out, and she's just like, fuck. I wish
can't
I
deal
was
with
getting
this.
that dick like it was back in the day, and then she fucking died.
And that's why we saw that young picture of her.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. The first thing that for some reason went into mind, I thought, oh, she's Joe Derrick from Fantasies. Probably because she talks about how much dick she was getting when she was younger. How many months away till February where I have to recommend another Bo Derek film? Like 3, 4?
September, October, November, December, January 6th.
Damn, I got half a year to go before I can fucking recommend another Bo Derek film. This time not attached to her late husband, John Derek, so, you know, maybe we'll like this one more.
Yeah, hopefully, because fuck John Derek, that weirdo, creep, perv.
Man fucking peaked with Bolero. Well, he peaked for me with Bolero. I think he peaked for you for Ghost Can't Do It. With, yes, that really was Donald Trump.
In his greatest role since Home
Home
Alone
Alone 2.
2.
Let's see what else. Oh, they got a dog. Her mom got her a dog.
Yep, they got a dog.
That was pretty epic.
Who doesn't love dogs?
I was worried there was gonna be a shot that we'd never see the dog again after she brought her home, but luckily they kept the dog, so I was happy. So no character growth.
She likes the dog
She
now.
likes the dog. Well, it was her first. She never got to meet the dog. She was too busy whoring out. Remember?
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's when the mom find her notebook and it's like, "You were my 13th reason why, mom."
I was gonna say intervention time, but okay. 13 reasons why.
Also to note, there's that new guy that shows up, and he's just like the nice guy. He's like, "Oh my god, why do girls never go for the nice guys?" But in this guy, the nice guy doesn't finish last. He wins because he
He
draws her
wins.
face, and it's just like, "Here you go. We're totally together now." And Daniel's just like, "Yo,
Yep.
Melissa, let's get back together. Go to my party." And he's just like, "Oh, I don't like Daniel anymore, but I'm gonna go to my party just so I can kill myself in front of everyone." So that way I can replicate my favorite movie, Cyber Seduction, My Secret Life.
Oh, holy shit. Now that you mention that again, maybe it's because I'm just dead tired right now, but I didn't even connect the dots until now. Now that you said that.
Yeah, I know, that was kind of the thing that came to mind, where it's just like, is she about to kill herself like the guy tried to do in Cyber
That's
Seduction? Just falling
Yeah,
into the
that's what
water?
I was actually thinking when that happened. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Is she, yeah, like, is this like her power move that she doesn't need sex anymore? Yeah, it was weirdly communicated in what was happening.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird. They go to the graveyard, they figure the grandma, and she's gonna go finally see her dad, her deadbeat dad, who's busy working somewhere else right now, that bitch.
Some oil rig.
She's gonna get put to work in the oil rig with Bruce Willis, and then that leads into the plot of Armageddon.
Oh. Also, which has a Criterion DVD.
Honestly, Armageddon's kind of pretty good. It's pretty good actually. I'd recommend it. Actually,
I it's one of the Michael Bays I need to watch still. I do have his other one that
The
was had a
Rock.
Criterion Blu-ray, The Rock.
No, Criterion DVD. It doesn't have a Criterion
Yeah,
Blu-ray.
DVD. Did I say Blu-ray?
You
My
said
bad.
Blu-ray.
Okay, yeah,
Might
I
be a bit
meant
of a hot
DVD.
take, but honestly, I kind of prefer Armageddon over The Rock.
I might have to say The Rock just because, it has my boy Nicolas Cage, but I'll have to rewatch that along with Armageddon. So,
It's fair. Anything else you want to say about Melissa P?
um, it was bad. The production this had easily the worst production of all the three movies we watched. Everything else, again, felt like a movie. This just kind of felt like a amateur soap opera that tried to be saying something more about, yeah, like sexuality and coming of age, but it just feels kind of icky.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this film might actually be one of the least things we've ever seen. Like, it's not bottom 10, but I think for me it's like number 11 worst thing. I think it's just all the sexual assault in this film. It's like too much, honestly. Like, there's arguably it's a case of, well, that's the point. But like I said, I think you could just do 2 or 3 of those. You didn't need 5. You also didn't need the scenes where she like hooks up with like the fucking custodian apparently at the museum.
Yeah, that was also weird.
Like, I didn't need that. I didn't need her fucking like all that other shit. It's too much. It's like it's too fucking much. It's just like a thing where I feel like I don't want to watch this film again. Like, I feel like I'd only rewatch this film if I decide to rank all of Luca Guadagnino's films, and I'd just watch it out of like obligation. But honestly, I don't think I'd ever really want to like watch this again.
Yeah, that would I would totally understand why you wouldn't want to.
Yeah, even if the grandma's pretty fucking epic, I mean, like, all the other stuff kind of, like, unfortunately, tanks her pretty
Grandma was the
much.
true savior of the movie.
Unfortunately, Luca Guadagnino did not have the skills to make a good 1313 film, David Cotto film.
Yeah,
Like,
leave it to the
leave the real
professionals,
films to
Luca.
yeah, leave those to the professionals, Luca. And yeah, but yeah, that's if we got nothing left to say about Melissa P, now it's time for us to pick which one of these three films is the best of the three. Cole, which one did you think was the better of these three?
I am gonna have to go Boxcar Bertha.
Man, Scorsese never loses.
Yep. Scorsese won.
Yep. My picks also is gonna be Boxcar Bertha. In fact, I'm gonna make the big announcement. I think it's the best film we've covered on Nefarious Reels so far.
Wow.
Yep, better than Tammy the T-Rex. Simple
I
story, told so effectively that I think I have to give it a Tammy T-Rex. Like, my complaint of the lackluster third act stopped me from giving this a 6 out of 10. Instead, only let me give it a 5 out of 10.
hmm.
Absolute banger. I got the Blu-ray coming, and it's gonna take its place. It's gonna take Tammy the T-Rex's place in my Nefarious Reels display.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the day we find something that's gonna be better than Thanksgiving for me.
I'll come. Don't worry. Next, I'll just next film. I'll recommend The Godfather, the first one.
The Godfather. Yeah, that shitty movie.
Yeah, that piece of shit. It insists upon itself.
It insists upon itself, Lois.
Yeah, I love it. I would say second is easily Park Chan-wook's
The
the moon
moon
is the sun's dream.
the sun's dream.
And then easily last place is Melissa P.
Yep.
I will say, since this was bad movies by good directors, it does tickle my fancy to know that there are David DeCoteau films that I considered better than the works of Park Chan-wook and Luca Guadagnino. It tickles my fancy, especially the Luca Guadagnino one, considering that I think every other David DeCoteau film we've covered is better than Melissa P for me. So yeah, I think that's pretty great. David DeCoteau, man, he's an icon. What can I say?
That's too funny.
But yeah, so I think the real winner here is David DeCoteau. Because how
I
many
guess
people
so.
would say that, yeah, David DeCoteau has directed films that are better than Park Chan-wook's and Luca Guadagnino's? I can't say for Martin Scorsese, though. Boxcar Bertha was too much of a banger for me, unfortunately.
Mm.
I don't know, and until we find the one. I'm sure there's going to be one David DeCoteau that's gonna be number one day. It's going to happen, and I look forward to it.
We'll see.
We'll see. But now that we're done with that, now that we picked our winner, we can now move on to questions. Remember, if you have questions, remember to ask them so that way we can answer them.
Yeah, and we can't answer him if you don't ask him.
Yeah,
So
fucking asshole. Like, stop watching fucking Melissa P, you sicko, and get us to asking questions already. Anyway, our first question is from Mattias, which is fittingly, after we've done our trilogy, we're wrapping up his trilogy of questions. Favorite dinner?
ooh.
We'll do two. We'll do like a normal one that you'd have to prepare for yourself, and then we'll do like a fast food one, like you go out to eat.
For like one to make at home,
Yeah, one to make it home and one you go get out.
there is one because like in my family, like my mom and I were like trying to be the ones that like eat a lot better. And we had this one dish a couple weeks ago that was really fucking good. I can't remember exactly what the exact title of it was, but it was like it's vegan quote unquote curry chicken, but instead of chicken, obviously it's tofu. So like you put all the you get like the curry sauce, you get all the spices, you get tofu in there, mix that, let that cook up, mix that up, So good. It was one of the most delicious things I ever made. One of the most delicious things that you can make in like not a lot of time.
That does sound pretty good.
It
Uh,
is put it over rice. Oh my god, it is amazing.
for me, something I don't like, I'm gonna pick something I don't normally get to eat, but there's these already cooked burger patties. They're like really good. That like so that way you just have to kind of heat them up. And how I do them, I cook them a little differently. What I do is I put a pan, I fill it up a bit with like water, and then I let that water heat up, and then I put the patty in. So that way, like, kind of the juices get like soaked into the water, so it's kind of getting like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like it's kind of also getting cooked, but it's also getting kind of boiled, and all the juices are kind of like
Yeah,
getting
okay.
cooked into it. So like you flip it over, and it's like real quick. So it's like the burger kind of comes out like kind of a little extra juicy because of like the water and juices combined, make it like nice and extra juicy. Then I slap on some mayo, some mustard, some ketchup, throw some onions on there, some pickles if I have some, and if I'm feeling a little fancy, I'll slap on some Red Hot to give it a little extra kick to it. Pretty good. I usually only eat those every once in a while though, because they're kind of expensive to get.
That's true.
Now, what is your favorite takeout dinner that you go out, you don't want to make anything, let's drive out and buy something from a restaurant or a fast food place?
I'm very tempted to mention something about Culver's, but I think I already did for like the lunch one, but I
Uh,
cannot remember.
I don't think you said Culver's. I think you said a different sandwich place.
Mm. Oh, maybe I did. Oh no, I think I did. I think it was like Potbelly's.
Potbellies. That sounds way more familiar. I think you got it. That was the
Yes.
one.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna go my full Midwestern, my full Wisconsinite. We're going Culver's.
With their cheese curds.
Nothing goes. Mm, cheese curds always good, but you can't go wrong with a Culver's Deluxe where it's a nicely thin burger. You get all the toppings on them. Get all the toppings on them: lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles. Get the cheese. It's nice and juicy. It doesn't make me feel gross after like some other burgers do, but it's just right. And then also, yeah, side of fries or side of cheese curds and mwah, mwah.
All right, for me, this is a recent place I discovered, and I'm not gonna say its name because I live really close by it, so I don't want to kind of inadvertently kind of dox myself. But they have this like it's like this outside like Mexican place, and they like make this like really
Mm.
fucking good burrito. It's like they get beans, it's carne asada. They put like peppers. They put like a bunch of stuff in it, and it's like nice and big. It's like really fucking good, and it's not like that bullshit, where some places like they'll like half of it, over half of it will be like fucking rice in their burrito. They don't do that shit. Nah, man. It's a straight up real ass burrito with a bunch of good shit in it. It's like so fucking good. Oh my god. Just think about it makes my
That
mouth fucking
sounds
water. It makes me want it.
amazing.
It was so fucking good that first time I had it. Oh my god. The only problem was they sat out a bag and I didn't know what it was for. And it turns out it was like all the extra like condiment stuff like salsa, a little thing of salsa or cilantro or onions. But they didn't tell me that. And so it was just in the heat the whole fucking time. So it was all super
Oh,
hot and unusable. But like the rest of the burrito was fucking, but that didn't matter because the burrito on its own was so fucking good that honestly I couldn't even be fucking upset about it. God, man, it makes me really fucking want it, like, right now, honestly. I fucking want that burrito. Anyway, our next question and our final question, because we only got two. This one's from Ben, which is, do either of you listen to any other bad movie podcast, i.e., god-awful movies, no such thing as a bad movie? If so, have they influenced how you approached doing this podcast at all, and in what ways? So, I'm gonna be real. Uh, I have never heard of god awful movies, and I've heard of no such thing as a bad movie, but I never actually listened to it.
I've heard of no such thing as a bad movie because they were on Sardonicast for an episode. So, and then I was just like, okay, I'll check it out. So I listened to like a couple episodes, like an episode or two, right after they were on. It was like, okay, yeah, this is kind of interesting. This is fun. But then I was like, oh, damn. Because I think I sent this to you before. Because like the episode that they had the most recent that came out at the time was Chairman of the Board, and we just talked about that, and we're like, damn, copycats.
Yeah, copycats. I think I remember them because they did Ben and Arthur, and then they mention it. They mentioned Ralph recommending it for Sardonicast. And fun fact, I remember buying the DVD for that. Now it's out of print and super expensive. I'm so fucking cool.
You are cool.
I am just the coolest. You're gonna have to come to my house and then you're gonna fucking steal my DVD copy. I fucking know it.
Yep, that's the plan.
But no, I haven't heard it. I mean, I might have to check it out just to see if they've stolen any of our fucking ideas, and then maybe steal some of theirs. Maybe, I don't know.
I will probably maybe get back into a couple more of those episodes of No Such Thing as a Bad Movie. And you might as well put on the list God Awful Movies, see what they bring.
But yeah, no, I haven't. Honestly, probably easily the biggest inspiration, I think you probably agree with me on this, is that the biggest podcast inspiration to it that influenced us is probably Sardonicast. Because I think I was a lot more into it at the time. I don't watch it anymore because I just kind of like lost kind of track. I kind of got behind on watching the recommended movies, and then I just kind of went, okay, I'm backing out of this.
I listen to it here and there. Sometimes I listen to it mostly just to hear their thoughts on like the newer releases, mostly. And then there is a recommendation that I'm like, ooh, I actually kind of want to hear what they have to say about this. Like, yeah, I'll tune in.
Yeah, but Sardonicast is like the main thing. The idea of like I love the idea of like, oh, recommend a movie. You recommend a movie and have someone discuss it. And, I thought it'd be cool. It's like, okay, what if we both recommend a movie? And then we can kind of like clash them head to head and pick which one we think is better after we're done discussing it. So, like, I guess a little bit of Red Letter Media, a splash of Red Letter Media is in there too. But that's kind of the influence. So, while no bad movie podcasts really have influenced us, and if it did, it was coincidental, there is influences from Sardonicast and Red Letter Media that, that can be drawn into comparison.
Definitely.
Yep, so that's all our questions, which means now we can get to the recommendations, and we actually have a special guest on for next episode, which I'll have Cole announce who that is, since they were the ones that got him for this. And you also have the retro pick, so you can take it away from here.
Yes, so my retro pick ties in with our guest. He's a friend I've known for about like 4-ish years, I would say, at this point. Also, basically, it was like through the Sardonicast subreddit we met. Like, like there was like a post about like a follow for follow on Letterboxd accounts, and we've just been kind of keep an eye here and there. And I was on his podcast a couple months ago, which we'll probably get into that later once talk about it on the episode. But the movie that my friend Landon wanted to recommend was 1985's Too Smart for Strangers.
Wait, that's the one with Corny the Alien, isn't it? Oh, no, that's a completely different thing.
No, this is Winnie the Pooh, baby.
Oh, 41 minutes. I hope you have a link.
I do.
All right, well, looking forward to that. Anyway, so now I have the modern pick, and I had some thoughts. First, I want to have Landon, when I was deciding what I should recommend, since I knew we were having the guest, I wanted to make sure I want to recommend something that I bet Landon has never seen before, so he'd get a new sense, a taste of the palate, and, experience something different. And the second reason is when I watched this film, I got flack for it and got made fun of, and this is my revenge spite pick now, because now I'm going to recommend it, make 2 people watch it, so you can suffer how I have. And so we're going to do 2023's Baby Cat.
What? Oh, fucking...
Yeah, it's on Tubi, so I don't have to throw a link at it. So, if you don't want to get spoiled for Too Smart for Strangers or Baby Cat, how about checking out those films in advance? And hey, how about liking, subscribing too? That would be pretty cool. And remember to ask us questions as well so we can answer them, especially for Landon because he's coming on for this. Also, we got a Blue Sky account. I don't use it, but it's there if you want to be there and be a part of something bigger. And there's the Spotify. We have a Spotify for those first 5 episodes. You want to check those out as well. And you all have a good day and have a happy Morbius.
Happy Morbius. Happy Boxcar Bertha.
Happy the moon is. Happy the sun's dream. Happy Melissa P, I guess, if you're into that thing for some reason.
Yeah, Melissa P, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, you fucking freak. Bye-bye.
Bye.